Good morning. This is George Tkaczuk with RCM Wealth Advisors reporting you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago. Now this morning I'd like to talk about two things. I'd like to talk about the state of the equity markets and some new possible plays going forward in this market. Now right now the market remains in a confirmed uptrend. There does seem to be an enthusiasm for stocks as the S&P was able to close above 1,500 for the first time for a number of years. That happened last Friday. Now the Nasdaq market's lagging a little bit, and that's mostly due to Apple weighing on the Nasdaq market. It hasn't done very well, so that's kind of has the Nasdaq dragging down a little bit. And of course, one can almost say that both markets they are a little bit extended in a sense. So you don't want to be chasing stocks as they're extending. You still want to look things as they come out of their consolidations. However, the rally has expanded out to financials, building stocks still ruling. We have medical stocks doing well, and now retailers are joining in the rally too. A lot of the industrials are doing very well as well. Now, on the S&P, it's probably going to jump between the 1,500 level up and down a few points, but we should see some solid support at 1,475, and the next upside resistance should be 1,550 to 1,575, which would then put it at all-time highs if we're able to get there. Now, for the Nasdaq, we've seen some good support at 3080 level. Upside resistance is going to be at 3175 to 3200. So those are the levels you want to look for. Now, speaking of building sector, that's been a little bit of a red hot sector. All the home builders have really gone high, so they're a little bit extended, and they'd be hard to chase and to enter those stocks right now. So one stock you might want to consider is called Lumber Liquidators. Symbol is LL. They basically have about 256 flooring stores in U.S. and Canada. And they're taking advantage of the whole home remodeling kind of phase we're going through, and of course the home building phase. Now, Lumber Liquidators probably near tripled last year in price, and they came up to about 58.80 in October, and it's been correcting since then, corrected about 17%. Now, last Thursday went through a $57 area buy point. This morning it's trying to cross that 58.80 area on volume. So that's, you can cheat in it right here, or you can wait till they can take out that 58.80 on volume. That's probably viable up to about $62. Has some really good earnings. They came in earnings at about 46%, a little over 100%, and about 77% over the last 3 quarters. Sales have been rising about 20%. And mutual funds have basically, over the last year, went from about 230 funds owning the stock to about 330. So that's a pretty good increase in ownership. Now, another stock you might also want to consider is Michael Kors. Michael Kors is considered the affordable luxury brand, and they have stores in 74 countries. They also haven't really popped and flew with this rally just yet, but as we speak this morning, again, it's trying to break out of its new high right around $58. They have a 3-quarter earnings growth rate of about 130%. Sales are over 70% last 2 quarters. So this is a stock you might want to consider. It's still in its base. As it's come out of that base, if it comes out of there in high volume, that's something you might want to consider. But again, don't be surprised if this market pulls in a little bit. Everyone feels it's gotten a little frothy, but then again, just watch your stops. And as always, anything you buy, you should put a stop loss in there, 7 to 8%. Now, for full disclosures, I do not own Lumber Liquidators. But Michael Kors, symbol KORS, I do own it, and I even may be adding positions to it. Have a good trading day. As always, let price and volume be your guide. This is George Tkaczuk, RCM Wealth Advisors, reporting to you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago. Have a good day.